Hello, friends, and welcome back to Malicious Compliance Stories. Beyond getting sued for the damages, I feel like inviting people somewhere that you don't have the authority to do so should be a crime. Maybe a felony crime. Honestly, they were pretty fortunate that OP didn't resort to violence trying to get them off because the owner could have been anybody, including someone with a shotgun who doesn't like trespassers. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Entitled neighbor thinks street parking is only his. Karma responds. This happened last night/this morning, and I really love it when karma steps in. Also, I'm pregnant and easily irritated, so I'll fully acknowledge this is a small case of entitled behavior that doesn't have a huge impact on daily life. We live in a residential neighborhood with single-family homes without driveways and street parking. For the most part, people tend to park in front of their own house, but it's street parking, so no one has any right to any spot, and sometimes you just have to park wherever you can. It's not usually a problem. 99% of the time we can find a spot on our block, and usually it's right in front of our house. It's one of those courtesy things in the neighborhood. Our next-door neighbors to the left have been a bit annoying with their parking habits. Apparently, there are birds in the tree in front of their house that poop on their vehicles. They have a pickup truck and an SUV. So when they park, they tend to pull up the front car farther and basically sit almost right on our bumper to get more of that vehicle out from under their tree. So far, we've been able to get out as our neighbor to the right usually leaves for work before us, so there's lots of room in front of our car. But it's still annoying, as sometimes we've had to do like a 50-point turn to get out. Think Austin Powers in that shuttle thing? Back and forth, inching out. Yesterday, they went farther, though. The husband got home around 2 p.m., and there were 2 spots open in front of our houses. His wife's vehicle wasn't home yet, and neither was my husband's. He parked in the middle of the 2 spots, effectively taking both of them. My husband got home at 5 p.m. and parked a block away, came in and remarked, "Wow, what a crap parking job neighbor did." About half an hour later, we see his wife pull up. He goes out and moved his truck up so it's in front of our house, and she parks behind him. He saved the spot for her, and both were now parked away from the bird poop tree. Now again, it's street parking, so we don't own the spot in front of our house. But that does not mean it's okay to park like an a-hole to save your wife a spot. It's first come, first served. Also, my husband has a ton of heavy tools and equipment he has to unload after work, and I'm pregnant with a toddler and sometimes groceries/diaper bag to carry, so while it's not really a big deal to have to park a block or 2 away, just by luck, it's definitely an inconvenience that makes me a little mad when they purposely block the spot in front of our house. This morning, parking karma stepped in. My husband was on the front porch having his morning coffee when the husband comes out and gets in his truck to leave for work. Bam! Apparently he hit the gas a little too hard while in reverse, and he smashed into his wife's SUV. I guess it would have been better if her vehicle was parked elsewhere. Side note, my husband noticed yesterday as well that the neighbor's truck has FU keyed into the driver's side door. Not sure the story behind it, but I'm gonna guess some type of road or parking rage incident. And our second story. Sometimes I have fun kicking out rude customers. Preface. This is a prepaid, no-contract carrier store. The way these work, we're not a corporate franchise, but rather an independently owned authorized dealer, kind of like a car dealership. We have a few locations under our dealership, but the rest are owned by different dealers. This means that inventory and returns are not shared across all locations. If you bought your phone at a location that's owned by another dealer, you need to return or replace it there. We often have problems with customers trying to return merchandise from other dealers' locations. I always try my best to explain that although we can't take them back, we'd be more than happy to call the other location and see if they can. Alternatively, we also offer them a discount or a free accessory if they choose to buy a phone from us. That way we win their business. Most of the time we resolve the issue. Sometimes they get upset and leave. This guy was something else. Older man, I'd say late 50s, wearing a cheap suit with a consumerist attitude and a sense of entitlement. We had a few customers in the store, and my co-workers and I were trying to help everyone as quick as possible. Me. Welcome to store name. How can I help you? C. My wife's phone isn't working. I need you to fix it. Me. Sure, what's going on with it? It won't make phone calls. Me. Okay, let me take a look at it. So I inspect the phone and realize that it's a model that we don't carry at our location, so I already know they didn't buy it from us. The phone has no signal. I try power cycling the phone, running network updates and everything. Can't fix it. No dice. Me. All right, the phone's not getting a signal. I tried to reset it and update it, but that's not really doing much. Looks like you may have a defective phone. Where did you... C. Well, no crap. That's what I just said. I need you to fix it. Me. Of course. Where'd you get it? C. I got it from you guys. Me. Are you sure? We haven't carried this model in a while. C. It says carrier name on it. Where else would I have gotten it? I mean, which location did you get it from? I don't know where she got it. Aren't you guys carrier name? Me. Yes, but we're all separately owned, and it sounds like she might have gotten it from a different location. Let me scan the barcode to see if it came from our... Look, don't waste my effing time. I just need you to fix it. There were kids in the store, so the swearing bothered me. Look, I'm sorry, but I can't replace it if she got it somewhere else. The best I can do... That's bullcrap. Let me speak to your manager. Now, I had some heavy dental work done that morning, and they gave me some good crap for the pain, so I was feeling a little brave. The guy was being a total D-bag, swearing in front of kids and being all around unreasonable, so I thought to myself that if I'm going to kick him out eventually, I might as well F with the guy a little. Me. No. C. Excuse me? Me. I don't think he or any of us want to deal with your crap right now. I'm here trying to help you out, and you're just being a jerk. C. What did you just call me? Get your effing manager right now. I'm going to have your effing job. What's your name? We don't really have a manager, but here's the owner's information. We have 2 business cards. One of them has the owner's information for customers, like this, for when the owner's not around. It says, store name, John Smith, general manager, with the owner's cell phone number. And what's your name? As he furiously picks up his phone. You don't really need my name. Just tell him it's the employee that doesn't put up with jerks like me. Yeah, okay. We'll see how funny you are when you lose your job. He calls the owner. Now, most customers that were in at the time were regulars, so they were secretly in on what was about to happen. My cell phone rings. I pick it up with a smile. Hi, this is John Smith at store name. How can I help you? Everybody in the store cracks the F up. This is effing bullcrap. I don't know what kind of bullcrap game you're playing here, but I'm taking my business elsewhere. I'm counting on it. Have a nice day. And our next story. A house full of saints. A bit of backstory. I grew up Mormon, Latter-day Saints, LDS. And when a kid turns 8 years old, they get baptized, and it's always a huge event. The kid receives presents, mostly crappy stuff like a new Bible, hymn books, Book of Mormon, etc. If they get a toy, you can see the kid's eyes shine, though. With this comes some sort of open buffet for the people who attended, and most of the time it's half the congregation, 50 or more hungry people or more that attend. I'm one of the older ones, and I have 3 younger brothers. When that time came up, I helped my mother for more than 1 week preparing, cooking, and baking. She even made her specialties from her country, and a neighbor, non-member, helped her out. I was baking non-stop. After the baptism, my mother had decided to hold the buffet at our home because she had also invited non-members, my brother's best friend's family among them. Around 60 to 80 people, kids and babies included, came. My parents' house was full. First, the parents didn't watch after their kids. They broke a few plates and a vase. They didn't even offer to repay for that, nor offer an apology, only oh, those kids, haha. My mother's like, sure, kids. She's visibly upset, but tells me they're guests and it happens. I clean and help. I never liked much of those gatherings, so I'd rather help in the kitchen so my mother can socialize and I don't have to. I refill the empty plates. I catch a few grown-up women go all ew on the dish my mother had made. Someone had tried to break an empanada in half and the filling got out. It wasn't a pretty sight. I clean and tell them that this is a typical food from my mother's country and what ingredients it has, and either they'll try it or leave it be. Then this one member comes and is all worked up. He and one of his kids has a nut allergy and needs to know which of the cakes has nuts. I had to spend some time making small cards that I put together with the cakes, the name of the cake, and if it has nuts. I tell him nicely, because he's holding me on the shoulder, that it says which ones have nuts. He lets me go. The next time I make a round, I catch this SOB complaining about that nobody cares about him and his kid, and that he can't eat much at these gatherings because a lot has nuts in it or is too spicy. Sure, we just made sure that there are 2 cakes with 0 nuts in it, and the rest of the salty food out there is nut-free. Also, there weren't many spicy things. A woman approached me. I know her from church. She isn't happy that she didn't get 1 slice of a certain cake. I told her I'm sorry, but I only made 1 of those. Well, next time you should make 2. Seems that it was a great hit. There are other cakes still available. I catch kids playing with food. They get a stern talking to from me, and they go crying to their parents. A week later, one of the parents comes and tells me I have no right to give a stern talking to his kid. One woman is all, my son's baptism buffet was bigger. And I'm there like, is that bee for real? She had much more help, has her sisters and mother who help out in their family. In the end, of course, there were lots of food hyenas packing stuff to take home. Some asked and I gave them plastic bags and foil out. Others didn't bother, they just took what they needed from the ones who asked and started to pack. To top this all up, my mother was almost crying because the members didn't talk to the non-members, like they were shunned from conversation, so the non-members kept under themselves. I'm glad she was too busy to catch the other crap that was going around. Also, after a long talk, I told her she should keep the next ones in the chapel with a smaller buffet because I wouldn't help her anymore if it was held at our place. I'd like to note that some of the non-members stayed and helped with the cleanup. The LDS ones are the ones who go every Sunday and preach about charity and helping your neighbor and go on about how they're the elite of the elite, but in reality, they're just full of crap. And our last story. What do you mean we can't use your fields for a fireworks display? Since the 3rd, I've been chasing people off my stable's property because of some A-hat who made a Facebook event inviting the public to my paddocks for a fireworks display. No one asked my boss, the owner of the property, or me. Just had people roll up demanding I move the horses from their fields. Why is there crap everywhere? That's disgusting. Clean it up. I thought they must have the wrong address. Nope. The guy setting it up flew a drone around and decided our fields were ideal. They even had a map of our property with labels for where cars would be parking, people sitting, and what porta potties to order. Like, F you. I've never been screamed at as much as I was yesterday. You're anti-American. We had people busting down fences, setting off sparkles at horses and chain locks being cut. We still have officers camping on our property to arrest anyone who enters. The best was a man screaming at my boss, I'm allowed to be here, the owner said so. I'm the boss. No, you're not, you're a woman. Or when the guy who organized this refused to cancel the event or back down. It's my right to hold a display for America. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.